Om Shanti and a very good morning. Today is Mama Day, and let's take a couple of moments to remember Mama and express our gratitude for the contribution that she has made to the Yajna. Today's Murli is dated 28 November 1984, and the title of today's Murli is The Easy Way to Make Your Thoughts Fruitful. Today, the world creator, the world benefactor father, went on a tour around the whole world in order to look at all the special children. He saw the knowledgeable souls and also the loving and cooperative children. He saw the devotee children and also the children who have no knowledge. He saw all the various souls totally absorbed in their love. Some were lost in carrying out a particular task. Some were absorbed in the task of breaking something, and others were absorbed in the task of repairing something. But all were definitely absorbed. The thought in everyone's mind was, let me find something, let me take something, let me attain something. Each one was engaged in his own task with that aim. Although they had limited attainments, Baba saw in all directions that everyone had the same thought, the thought of, let me find something, let me become something. In the midst of this, Baba especially saw the Brahmin children. Whether in this land or abroad, Baba saw the same thought in each one. And the thought was, let me now do something. Let me do something special for the unlimited task. Let me imbibe a speciality in myself and become a special soul. Baba saw such enthusiasm in the majority of children. Baba saw the practical form of the seed of zeal and enthusiasm in each one's efforts and also the atmosphere of the time. In order to make this seed of enthusiasm constant, it has to be watered with attention again and again and checked. That is, the way to make it grow is to continue to give it sunshine. It is in this that you become number wise. Everyone knows how to sow seeds, but the difference arises when it comes to sustaining it and making it bear fruit. Every day at Amrit Vela, Bapdada sees this game or effort of love that you children make throughout the day. Each one of you has the best of all thoughts of enthusiasm for yourself and for service. From now on, I will do this and I will do this. I will definitely do this. I will definitely do this and show everyone. These are the thoughts for yourself and for service. You continue to sow seeds of such elevated thoughts. In your heart to heart conversations with Bap Dada, you say very sweet things. But what happens when you sustain that thought, that is, that seed, to put it into a practical form? You continue to sow seeds of such elevated thoughts. In your heart to heart conversations with Bap Dada, you say very sweet things. But what happens when you sustain that thought, that is, that seed to be put into a practical form? In one thing or another, either the method of making it grow or in the speciality of making it fruitful, you become number wise according to your capacity. The easy way to make the seed of any thought fruitful is just one thing, and that is constantly continue to fill that seed with the strength of all powers from the Father, the seed, at all times. The easy way to make the seed of any thought fruitful is just one thing. Constantly continue to fill that seed with the strength of all powers from the Father, the seed, at all times. Through the seed form, the seed of your thoughts will easily and automatically grow and become fruitful. However, because of not having a constant connection with the seed, you make other souls or facilities the method for growth. Because of not having a constant connection with the seed, you make other souls and facilities the method for growth. Then, because of that, you take more time and effort in the expansion of should I do it like this or should I do it like that? Or I should do it like this. You make another soul or facility your support. So instead of it receiving water and sunshine from the ocean and the sun, you water it with all the other facilities and give it the sakash of considering souls to be your support. Instead of instead of it receiving water and sunshine from the ocean and the sun, you water it with all the other facilities and give it the sakash of considering souls to be a support. Therefore, the seed cannot become fruitful. This is why, even after making effort, even after giving your time, your enthusiasm decreases as you move along. When there is not the attainment of visible fruit, and you become disheartened with yourself, with your companions, and with service. This is why, even after making effort, even after giving your time, your enthusiasm decreases as you move along. When there isn't the attainment of visible fruit and you become disheartened with yourself, with your companions, and with service. The waves of sometimes happiness and sometimes sadness make the boat of Brahmin life sometimes rock and sometimes move along well. This is the condition of the lives of some of you children nowadays. You are moving along, you are carrying out a task, but you're not experiencing what you should. And therefore, although there is happiness, you are not dancing in happiness. You are moving along, but not at a fast speed. You are content that you have become those who have an elevated life, that you now belong to the Father and you are now servers and have moved away from the world of sorrow and suffering. You are content that you have become those who have an elevated life, that you now belong to the Father, that you are now servers and have moved away from the world of sorrow and suffering. However, in the midst of contentment, even against your conscious wish and without your understanding why it happens, waves of discontentment emerge. This is because although knowledge is easy and remembrance is easy, it is sometimes easy and sometimes difficult to be loving and detached in your relationships and connections and to fulfill that responsibility. Waves of discontentment emerge because although knowledge is easy and although remembrance is easy, it is sometimes easy and sometimes difficult to be loving and be detached in your relationships and connections and to fulfill that responsibility. The Brahmin family and the household of service are called relationships and connections. It is in this that you don't experience what you should in some way or another. This is why there are both types of wave. Now, because of the closeness of time, the speed of effort will not enable you to reach your final destination according to the time. It is now time to become a destroyer of obstacles and to enable unhappy souls to experience happiness and comfort in the midst of the obstacles of the world. Now is the time to become a destroyer of obstacles and to enable unhappy souls to experience happiness and comfort in the midst of the obstacles of the world. Only someone who had the stage of a destroyer of obstacles over a long period of time is able to carry out the task of destroying obstacles. If you are even now still busy ending the obstacles that have come in your life and you're using your energy for that, how would you be able to become an instrument to give power to others? If you are even now still busy ending the obstacles that have come in your life and you're using your energy for that, how would you become an instrument to give power to others? Become free from obstacles and accumulate the stock of powers. For only then will you become an embodiment of power and be able to carry out the task of a destroyer of obstacles. Baba says, become free, free from the obstacles and accumulate a stock of powers, for only then will you become an embodiment of power and be able to carry out the task of a destroyer of obstacles. Do you understand? Baba saw two things especially. The children in Bharat who don't have knowledge are busy taking a seat on helping someone else to take a seat. Day and night, and even in their dreams, they only see the seat, whereas Brahman children are engaged in setting themselves. You have received the seed, but you are setting yourselves. Abroad, they are engaged in finding a method to protect themselves from the destructive force that they themselves have created. The life of the majority is not a life, but a question mark. Those without knowledge are searching for their protection, whereas the knowledgeable children are engaged in hoisting the flag of revelation. Those without knowledge are searching for their protection, whereas the knowledgeable children are engaged in hoisting the flag of revelation. The condition of the people of the world is now save us from this distress. Give souls who are wandering around in many types of distress the destination of peace. Acha, to those who are always set on their seat of the stage of perfection, to those who are destroyers of obstacles of the self and the world, to those who make every seed of elevated thought fruitful by having a relationship with the Father, the seed, and who eat the practical fruit of that, to the children who always remain content and are jewels of contentment, Bap Dada's love, remembrance, and namaste. To those who are always set on their seat of the stage of perfection, to those who are destroyers of obstacles of the self and the world, to those who make every seed of elevated thought fruitful by having a relationship with the Father, that is the seed, and who eat the practical fruit of that, to the children who always remain content and are jewels of contentment, Bap Dada's love, remembrance, and namaste. And from us children, love, remembrance, and namaste to a dear, sweet Bap Dada. Bap Dada is now meeting the Kumaris of the hostel. You have always happy seeing your fortune, are you not? Bap Dada is addressing the Kumaris. You're always happy seeing your fortune, are you not? You have been saved from taking the wrong path. Instead of experiencing loss, you have made your life one in which you earn. In worldly life without knowledge, there is nothing but loss. Whereas in Jnani life, there is nothing but earning at every second. All Brahmins are fortunate anyway, but Kumaris are double fortunate. To become a Brahma Kumari in a Kumari life, to become a Brahmin is very great. It is not a small thing, it is a very big thing. Do you have the intoxication of what you have become? From being an ordinary Kumari, you have become a Shakti form. You are the Shaktis who destroy Maya, are you not? You're not those who are afraid of Maya, but those who destroy Maya. You're not weak, you're courageous. You aren't afraid of small things, are you? If you always remember your elevated attainment, those small things will seem like nothing. Now, have you made a deal for your whole life or only for the time that you are in the hostel? By having this understanding, none of you can ever go from an elevated life back into an ordinary life. If you ask a millionaire to become poor, would he become that? If someone becomes that due to his circumstances, they don't like it. So, this life is one of having self sovereignty. You cannot go from this into an ordinary life. So, having become sensible, are you experiencing everything or are you moving along with one another's company? Have you decided with your own intellect? You have created this life with the judgment of your own conscience, have you not? Or have you just come along because of your parents, because they asked you to? Acha. Did you Kumaris offer yourselves? Will you go on service wherever you are sent? Have you made a firm deal or a weak deal? If it is a firm deal, then are you ready to sit wherever you are made to sit? If you have any bondage, then it is not a true deal. If you yourselves are ready, then no one can stop you. Baba says, if you yourselves are ready, then no one can stop you. And if you're getting stopped, then it is not a true deal. A goat can be bound and kept anywhere, but no one can bind a lion. So, how can a lioness be bound to anyone? They are free even when they are living in a jungle. So, who are you? Baba asks. Lionesses. A lioness means one who comes in onto the field when you have one faith and one strength, ek bal or ek bharosa. Then, when you children have courage, the Father helps. When you have one faith and one strength, then when you children have courage, the Father helps. No matter how strong a bond may be, on the basis of courage, even that strong bond can be easily broken. For instance, it is shown that the locks on the jail were opened. Similarly, your bonds will also break. Therefore, become like that. If there is the slightest bond, burn it with the fire of yoga. When it is burned, no name or trace of it will remain. By breaking it, it can still be tied again with a knot. Therefore, don't break it, but burn it, and you will become free for all time. Acha, Om Shanti. Let's take a couple of moments to reflect on the learnings of this Murli and then come back ready to share. All right, you can unmute yourself and be ready to share.
Om Shanti Vimeshwar.
Om Shanti Ben.
Mother, oh Mother, your cool shelter, your blessed hands. How can I even start anything without my invoking her today, the indomitable, incognito personality, who, though my Brahma Baba was the mother, she became the real mother of the Yagya, young in age, but mother even to the people who were double her age. Her discipline, her introversion, her silent and calm face, her deep thing and knowledge, so much more one can deserve. Oh, Mother, I give you my offerings of flowers today, Mom. Happy Mama's Day. I just wanted to invoke Mama before anything. That's why. See, in today's Murli, it's very, I just wanted to know, which was not mentioned in the Murli, whenever Baba goes on the tour, and this is a 1984 Murli, definitely Brahma Baba has also gone with Shiv Baba. Or is it because sometimes there are tours where only Brahma Baba makes? He makes it with some persons, like on 19th, we just got a bold message that Brahma Baba went on a tour of the world with Nirvair and all. So I was just thinking, if he had gone with Shiv Baba and Brahma Baba, who found out all these things about the children, the two kinds of children? And so, see, just so deep it is. Like when you read the first paragraph, I just could take one point. Am I dancing? Am I moving fast? Am I really very content, or is there some things like Dila Dala or something like that? And all that he gives you only one word: relationships and connections. And in this Murli, he says relationship and connections over here is Brahmin family. So that fourth certificate, which generally Baba said, my children have not passed. In that only he says it is here you have to really you find it very difficult. So this is the place where actually you must change. I was just trying to analyze that paragraph where he had started with loving relationship and connections and then went to the Brahmin family. I still am trying to see what did he find in the children. And I did take a few lessons, like I said, am I dancing every time or have I stopped dancing? Am I fighting with my own obstacles? That was one thing. But I also wanted a clarification, Dinesh Bhai, about the Bharat and abroad, which Baba said. Does he mean over here Bharat is talking about power? And because even such power challenges are there even abroad. So even that paragraph, if you could just throw some more light, where he speaks on uh, Bharat people sitting on their seat, and I mean Bharat people trying to take a seat rather than, and the children are sitting on their seat. Om Shanti.
Let's invite some perspectives here because it's a deep question that you've asked. Of course, I would also love, but yes, I would like to invite brothers and sisters to come up and share. So, anyone would like to throw light on what Gijavan has asked? Vijit Bhai, Om Bhai, Sridhar Bhai, Vinod Bhai, or anyone? Yes, Vijit Bhai.
Yeah, one perspective is I think what Baba want us to look at is on the self first and then making ourselves powerful. Uh, once we become the way for us to become powerful is by accumulating all the powers from Baba, and that happens over a period of time. And only when we become powerful, then only we'll be able to support others. So when we are not powerful, then Baba sees that. I think what Baba highlighted is we are becoming busy in terms of the obstacles that are coming on our way, right? So we are becoming busy there, and um, removing all our obstacles, and all our energies are wasted there. Uh, so that we won't be able to support others. So we have our objective is to become the destroyer of obstacles of others. So for that we need to accumulate all the powers within the self first. So leakages, we are not stabilized in the self, and we are not really set ourselves in that stage to accumulate the powers to the self. That is one perspective, one side of it. Others can share. Thank you.
Yes, Vijit Bhai. One of the perspectives that I see is where as we are becoming instruments to spread the learnings, uh, the sometimes here and sometimes there, that sthiti comes where we unconsciously lose the connection with the seed. That is the Father. So the constant remembrance, the constant presence, uh, keeping the Father in mind with every breath is the pathway to maintain that stability and to grow for self growth and to create the growth of awareness around us. And what question that you asked about Bharat and abroad, Girjavan, uh, my limited knowledge says that yes, this is where Bharat is the Bhumi, it is the land, and this is where Baba is. The awareness, the lack of awareness of this knowledge abroad is making those souls operate as survivors or get into the world of limited attainments. So that is why Baba sent the Kumaris abroad to spread this awareness and to pick up those who are ready to become Brahmin children. So, though they may be away, it may not be possible for them to come and be here. So, through the instruments of the Yajna, Baba made this awareness to be spread across the world possible. So, this is in the most simple way that I can think about. If there's anything else that anyone would like to add, Baba said in today's Murli that in order to make the seed of enthusiasm constant, It has to be watered with attention again and again and checked. That is, the way to make it grow is to continue to give it sunshine. And in this, we become number wise because everyone knows how to sow seeds, but the difference arises when it comes to sustenance and to make it bear the fruit. Because somewhere, when the connection, there is a challenge in the connection, then the Srimat gets into a bit of manmat. And then along with that comes the attachments of this should happen in this way or this should not happen in this way, or different type of emotions arise. So very nicely Baba has put across the point of having a connection, a balance of love and attachment. Yes, anyone else?
Yeah, Vimesh Bhai, when you were talking about that number wise, see that is so clearly Baba has really, he has not underlined. We try to water it by not having direct connection with the seed. That's always known. First of all, we have to have the form of a seed. And we know in any tree, the whole strength and support, whether it's the trunk or the branch or the twigs, it's the seed which gives them the full support. So here Baba is saying, instead of receiving water from the ocean, sunshine from the sun. So we have to understand what is this water from the ocean, what Baba is speaking over here, water from the ocean and sunshine from the sun. Instead of taking all that, we give Sakash by not taking strength from the seed, but from other souls. So our growth process, our fruitful process is not visible. So we become disheartened. So we become like, so that he has absolutely given you, even though for that I have to check. So the checking point, I can never know, did I take from the seed? I'll be thinking I'm taking from the seed. For that, the checking point which he gave is, am I dancing in happiness? Am I moving fast? Am I always content? I think that part over there, Baba has explained. So that's the checking we have to do in Amrit Vela. Are we really connected to the sea? So the thing is, we get connected somewhere else. I don't know, like, like some other tree or some other way. I think that's what
Yeah, what I'm getting out of your sharing is that distraction is gravitational. It doesn't take efforts to get distracted or to shift from the focus. It doesn't take effort at all. It takes effort to come back and get the focus until and unless the time comes where you again you get distracted by some kind of a sense or the other where you would want to have things happen in a certain way. And that is where unconsciously the connection of this with the seed has become loose or as there's a disconnection. So constant remembrance orienting the self onto being connected rather than the focus getting deviated onto analyzing or judging or wanting it happen our way. It's very powerful access that I am getting for myself as we are reflecting on the learnings of this Murli.
Just adding on the concrete roof slab, right? So initially it needs that pillar support, right? So we until it becomes strong, to stand by its own. And then it takes few days, right, for it to get set completely, and then it can stand by its own. But of course, the pillar support will be there. But even before that, the along with the pillar, when it is getting constructed, then the many other pillars will be there to support. But when
Mhm.
it is set, then only the main pillar will be there. All other support pillars will be there. So I think when we are in this Brahmin life also, to grow, we have to, I think, take little support from others. But when we grew, understood how to, take power from Baba, and once we grow little in the Brahmin life and understood to take power from Baba, then I think Baba, we have to connect the seed and take full support. Like the roof is always standing because of one or two main pillars. All others will be removed. In the same way, here also we have to have the one support, one strength, one
Yeah.
belief from the Father. So that otherwise, if we look at it, the all other support will go, right? When we are living, when there is a body only, then we'll get support from others. But Baba's support is always there, right? When whatever happens in this world, uh, temporary support can stop at any time, but that's not how Baba's support. Yeah.
Yes, Vijit, very true.
Nimish Bhai, I don't know if he when Bijit Bhai was speaking about the roots, I think it was in a 82 Murli that Baba had spoken about. There's in nature there's a kind of tree which the roots of one particular tree goes to the roots of the other tree. It entangles, and then that tree entangles there. So not a single tree of that particular community will go down. They support each other. So why can't we as Brahmins also get our support from other Brahmins like this? So that means why can't we have even a horizontal support? Because I found that nature has given us such a big example. I'm not able to get that name of the tree, but there is a tree, I think it's in the US, where somebody had said the roots of one tree goes and twines with the roots of another tree to see whether it is the weak or not, and it is allowed to uplift itself. So even as Brahmins, I think a support from where Baba says you have to be even cooperative, Udar Mudat with Brahmins to lift a soul. So even isn't that kind of growth possible?
Yes, so yeah, your point is very valid, Gilchaben, that to have this yagya grow, we do require hands and we do require support and we do require that kind of an elevated awareness with souls around the world. So they can be those branches, and then those branches again they get into the roots, and then it kind of keeps on spreading and becomes a whole cluster of trees. And that is absolutely not wrong. That is, in fact, required. But the question here is what even Bijit Bhai pointed out is, and what is said in the Murli is that we forget that had the seed been not there, this one tree wouldn't have blossomed and got into having those kind of a strength in the branches, which again droop down and then they go back into the soil and they again become, they turn in front in the form of roots and then more trees and more trees. So the connection with the seed, had the seed not been there, this wouldn't have been possible. So is it one tree that is responsible for the other tree? Yes. Are those trees responsible for more trees? Yes. But yes, they all have been there because that seed has been there. So the connection with the seed, which is again, you started with remembering Mama and Mama Baba, and you did say that she was incognito. The seed is incognito, but that doesn't mean that the power of the seed isn't there. And ourselves, we see the kind of contribution she has made to where we are today, as far as the yajna is concerned. So yes, not forgetting that the root of everything is the seed.
Thank you, Vimesh Bhai. You really made it so nourishing and so deep. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Now, one more perspective is coming to me is that when you asked this question, a thought came that when that tree is getting into the roots and the other tree is coming up, is that tree saying that it is me who's creating you? And because of me, you as a tree have shown up? Or is that tree saying that it's not me, I'm just the instrument, but it's the seed that is giving me power to create and spread the strength around? So, your question led me to question this, and I can see that how unconsciously we get into the body consciousness of I am the one who did it. So it's a great reminder. Yes, anyone else? Ombai, Lakshmi Ben, Vimala Ben, Chandrakala Ben, anyone? Raki Ben, Ammi Ben?
Om Shanti. Interesting discussion going on. I just today, Mama Day. Happy Mama Day to everyone, uh, the
Yes,
Divine
Ombai.
Family. There, like yesterday, they were discussing doing the bhatti. There are five Ma's. You know, one is Paramatma. Second one is Drama. Paramatma. Second one is Mamma, Divine Mamma. Birthday we are today we are remembering Mamma. And third one is drama, and fourth one is Lokik Mamma, Lokik Ma, which and who gave birth to our, you know, the physical being, and fourth one is fifth one is Atma. So these five Ma, the duty, how the Ma mother nourishes is साफ करना, माफ करना and जाप करना. Saaf karna means mother will cleanse the child,
Cleanses.
you know.
Yes.
And maaf karna is mother will always have mercy towards the children, and come what may. Your mother always has a merciful attitude towards child, and jap karna is mother always blesses her children, gives showers blessings. So today being Mama Day, I thought, and each of these five ma, we can we can we can experience that how each one of these five nurtures us, and so uh, we Vijayan brought out that Happy Mama Day, so I thought that thought came that I must share this. Yesterday we were having Vichar Sagar Manthan on these five Mas. Om Shanti. And Atma. Atma is most important. That
Yes.
Atma is also nurturing mind, intellect, and sanskars. Om Shanti. And also Karmendriyas. Om Shanti.
Very nice sharing, Mumbai. It's actually refreshing. And one point came to me when you said about maaf karna, and there's two different things which I could see, which I could connect as one, and which every soul can take up is that जब माँ साफ करती है तब माफ होता है, माँ साफ करती है तभी माफी होती है. So everyone can have that kind of an approach like a माँ कि जो भी है just clean it up, साफ कर लो, so वो माफ हो जाएगा. So thank you Om bhai. All right, let's take a couple of moments in silence to orient ourselves onto connecting ourselves, making our foundation strong with the seed, such that the seed and I are inseparable. Like every thought, every word, and each deed that comes out of me as a soul is passing through the energy of that seed. That way, I am having the Father's presence in each aspect of conducting this life. Baba has shown us the easy way to create fruits. He has shown us the easy way to get away from all the hard work that we may put in the form of any pressure or stress. Once we operate, out of remaining connected with the Father, then we are nothing but only instruments who are operating under His guidance. I completely surrender and constantly be in the awareness of remaining connected to the seed, and in turn create a space to make the journey to the destination be blissful and worthy. Om Shanti. Thank you, Baba. Thank you, Mama. Thank you, Divine Family. See you again tomorrow morning at 5 a.m.